What's going on, my Jets family? How you guys doing? I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Take Flight Spit and Fire podcast. You got me, Harrison Glazer. Always excited to talk to you guys about them Jets. So I've missed you guys. I haven't been here. Glad to be back. Because of that, I got a two-part episode for you guys. So this is actually part two. If you missed it, I actually have part one. It's on the channel right now. If you go back to my page after this episode, please check this one out first. Or you can watch that one, up to you. They're not in any kind of order. But that one was about Mekhi Becton. So again, if you missed it, today is a two-parter. The first was on Mekhi Becton. Talked about him in just the other episode. That's up on my channel. But missed you guys. I've been out in South Carolina for the week, visiting my parents. Had a good time, but missed you guys. I'm going to bring you some content for a week. Excuse me. So, got a two-parter for you today. Coming back with a two-parter. So again, the other one is on Mekhi. Please check it out. Right now, we're going to talk about Mr. Denzel Mims, because today was the Jets' first training camp practice. Yes, the pads are now on. Training camp has begun. And yes, it's the first practice. Yes, training camp just started. You really can't look too into it because it just started, but it could keep going, right? Let's talk about that. Let's say, what if what we're seeing right now continues? What could that mean? So again, first day of training camp, which is exciting, right? Training camp's finally here. The pads are on. Preseason's right around the corner, right? The season is kind of a little over a month, right around the corner-ish, give or take. But we're getting there, man. So today, in the Jets' first practice, there was a star. Somebody really shined. And that man that shined was Mr. Denzel Mims. So shout out to Mr. Connor Hughes. I'm getting this from his page. Connor's at the, practices, giving us, the what for what, telling us about the plays. So I appreciate him getting that out on Twitter. As you guys know, interesting enough, we have the new, Zach is the new beat reporter for The Athletic. Some people speculating Connor might be going to SNY. I heard we're finding out August 1st. So on August 1st is when we're supposed to find out what's going on with Mr. Hughes. But he's put some great stuff, as always, on Twitter. So looking at what he put out today, again, at practice, from the Jets' first training camp's practice, there was a star, man. So Denzel Mims, Connor points out, Denzel Mims made an acrobatic catch from Joe Flacco. From Joe Flacco, said it was a nice 15-yard gain. Also, later on, said Mims has another catch. This one a flat, Sorry, my apologies. Missed the second one. First, he points out there was another skinny post that he had, called it impressive. He called it an impressive grab, this one from Mike White. And I believe it's this one or the next one. The Jets actually put it out on Twitter. So if you go on Twitter, the Jets actually just put it out just a little while ago. You could see a quick little clip of the Mike White to Denzel Mims throw. But first, he's got one from Joe Flacco, made an acrobatic catch from Joe Flacco. Then, this second one was a really nice catch. Again, called it an impressive grab from Mike White. Then said another catch, not much later on, just a little bit later, said this one in the flat. Said that's 3 catches for him now in the first period, more than anybody else. But, like we pointed out, it's the first practice, right? Zach's not playing. So we're not seeing Elijah out there. We saw Garrett a little bit. Garrett had a nice catch. But, we'll have to see, right? It'd be interesting. So, they didn't. But, yeah, so as of, again, the first practice, that was the third one for him. And then I believe there was another one. Yeah, so this was the big one. Connor says, Denzel Mims again. This time he says just an absurd catch, ripping the ball away from Isaiah Dunn deep down the middle of the field. Mike White on the throw, and Mims is on fire. So that was really big. And Zach played later on. I do want to point that out. Connor pointed out that Zach did, have some throws and talked about how he did. But we look at what Denzel Mims did. Again, we look at what he said, acrobatic catch, right? Second one, another impressive grab, right? We look at the last one, right? He says absurd catch. So we all know that Denzel Mims has come back in better shape, right? We all know that Denzel Mims has come back looking better, right? And as you remember, we had that episode a while back where I was talking with Green Bean on it. And remember, Green Bean pointed out how last year was really an outlier for Denzel Mims, right? That before that, he had a great collegiate year at Baylor, right? Excellent receiver there, to the point where, if you guys remember, I talked about it when I did mocks back in 2020. I didn't have Mims going to the Jets because I didn't think he'd fall to us. Most people said he was a first-round receiver. If he fell to the second, it was a steal. And we all know Joe not just traded back, but also got Mims when he traded back, which was the beginning of me realizing, yeah, this guy's great. We all see it now with all the things he does. But look back to even that draft. Joe did special things there too. So trades back, get Denzel Mims, guy that could have been a first-round wide receiver, put up excellent numbers at Baylor, and in his rookie year, he looked really good, right? In his rookie year, he made excellent catches, especially contested catches, really great on the sideline, excellent footwork. We were like, this could be the guy. In fact, we were saying wide receiver 1 maybe, right? Because he's got the height, the speed. Now, Denzel Mims is buried on this depth chart. And that, even though, again, is not as great for him. He's got to work his way up. That's exciting for us, right? That with this guy looking that great, he's buried, and rightfully so, right? Elijah Moore last year. Remember, I said it, that when we first got him, I'm like, he's not the biggest guy. I don't know if he can be a wide receiver 1. I don't know how he's going to fare on the outside. I admit it, remember, I was wrong. I was dead wrong, and I am so happy that I was wrong. I feel from what Elijah Moore, and I've said it before, what he showed me last year, going up against top CB1s, going tit for tat, playing his own, I feel like he can be a true wide receiver 1 in this league. And we all know what Garrett Wilson's supposed to be. Remember, I talked about how I felt there were things he could work on, but his receiving ability is just insanity. As a receiver, his catch radius and his catch ability is just insane. Absolutely out of control, and everyone says he's a good route runner. So I felt like he could work on stuff, but again, as you guys remember, I went back and said I'm looking at it through Chris Olave color glasses, right? Chris Olave, one of the best route runners in the entire draft in the last one. I liked him as my favorite guy, so I wasn't as keen on Garrett's route running, but as a rookie, it's not bad. It could definitely get better. It's not where Elijah Moore's at, but it could get there. And his receiving ability is just insane. And we all know Corey Davis, right? Corey Davis is a big-bodied wide receiver who, as we remember, had a whole episode on him as well. If you guys want to go back, you can check that one out, where we talked all about Corey Davis, excuse me, right? Saying how he, when we got him, we thought he could be a wide receiver 1, and he wasn't. But he can be a 1,000-yard wide receiver. He showed that last year. Joe Douglas pointed out that if Corey Davis didn't get hurt, he was on track to get 1,000 yards. So he's the kind of guy that can do it. Yes, he hasn't done it yet, but to say he can't do it is crazy, right? It's possible he can do it. So right there between Elijah Moore, we talked about this as well, same episode. If you guys want to go back, I'll link it in here. So I'll link it in here so you guys can see it as well. The episode where we talked about Corey Davis and how underappreciated he is as a wide receiver too, right? And how he can be, as Joe Douglas pointed out, 1,000-yard wide receiver. Now him, Elijah Moore, and Garrett Wilson are 3 potential 1,000-yard wide receivers. Now you got Denzel Mims, right? We hoped, we're like, well, this is amazing, just those 3 guys. 3 guys that can line up anywhere, completely versatile, play all over the field, inside, outside, in the slot. 3 guys that all could have 1,000 yards. This is great. And now Denzel Mims, just more weapons, right? We talked about that. We saw that in the Super Bowl team last year. Weapons, weapons, weapons. It wasn't just that they had Cooper Kupp, the best wide receiver in the league. They also have Odell Beckham, who'd be a wide receiver 1 on any other team. You need weapons. That's how it works, right? We've seen that. So, man, if Denzel Mims can prove to be the guy, right? Again, last year was an outlier year. We go back to Denzel Mims, talking about how he was sick, right? He missed a lot of camp. And this was a new system. This was a new system that he wasn't used to. And they said, even Sal admitted it, he's struggling with the playbook. He doesn't know his alignments. And many pointed out during the season, well, if he doesn't understand alignments and what the snap counts are and where to line up, those penalties he's getting make a lot of sense. They make a lot of sense because he's doing the wrong things. Something was wrong last year, right? He started off bad. It started bad with the food poisoning, and he just couldn't get it back. And I think it's so important to point out that in this offseason, he's been looking great, right? Even Salah pointed out, Salah went forward, I believe it was just this offseason. Actually, yeah, sorry. My apologies, guys. It was just this offseason that Robert Saleh was saying that last year, Denzel Mims, again, like we said, didn't have a chance to get into his physical form. Saleh said that he needed to get into. I don't have the direct quote in front of me, but Saleh pointed out that for a wide receiver, lower body strength is key. Having strong legs and strong lower body strength is absolutely key. And he said that Denzel Mims wasn't able to get where he needed to be physically last year after being sick, after losing all that weight. I guess the majority of muscle mass he lost was in his legs. It's very possible, but whatever happened, Saleh even said that he wasn't where he needed to be. He said now he's strong again. His foundation is back to where it needs to be. And that's the key. We saw it in this offseason. He was running good routes. He was looking excellent with Zach. Well, now, again, only one practice, right? It's only been one training camp practice. But Mims looked great, man. And again, just shout out to Connor, who pointed it out to us and told us the stats. Just to bring it out, what he said about Mims. Just have to find it. Can't seem to. He did point out how well Mims did on the day. Here we go. He said Mims had, where are we? It moved on me. That wasn't nice. I had it, and then it reset. Okay. Mims had 4 catches on 5 targets. He said 3 of the 4 were wildly impressive. And the 4th was a short gain in the flat, and 1 was broken up. So 1 broken up, again, at 4 catches out of the 5 he was given, and he said 3 of them were damn impressive, right? We saw the words he used: absurd catch, impressive grab. Mims, from what we're hearing, looks really, really good. And again, it's just the first practice, but like we just said, we know Elijah Moore is going to be excellent. We expect him and Garrett Wilson to be one of the best duos in the NFL. I honestly do, and I've said that, and I've pointed out on Twitter as well, that Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson could develop into one of the best wide receiver duos in this whole league. And you got Corey Davis, who again, as a second, third guy, is a potential 1,000-yard wide receiver. You got Braxton Berrios, who we didn't even mention. Berrios, we paid a lot of money to come in and be that slot guy, that short yardage guy, and also an excellent locker room presence and return guy. Great attitude. Now you got Mims. Now Mims is showing he can be the guy, right? We said last year was an outlier. That wasn't the normal Mims. Greenbean pointed that out, and I felt like he was right. I thought about it, and it made a lot of sense because it was weird. And as we thought about it, and many did, all those penalties and issues he had made sense to what he had went through. So he's now got that core strength like they've talked about, got that lower body strength. He's ready to go, and he looked great. So Denzel Mims looked great today in his first, in the Jets' first training camp practice. Again, it's the first one. We'll have to see what happens. But it's exciting, man, because again, like we said, we have 3 excellent guys already in Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, and Corey Davis. Braxton Berrios is going to be excellent in the slot. Had a career year last year with Zach Wilson in Zach's first year. Now Mims wants to be it. Man, this is great. All the weapons. We got Tyler Conklin at tight end. We got CJ Uzomah over there. We got Jeremy Ruckert in the fold. This offensive line is looking great. The backfield's looking great. We're going places. This team's going places, and I can't wait. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for being here, and have a great, great rest of the day. And remember, the training camp started, so listen for those updates, because good stuff's coming. And if you follow me on Twitter, I give you updates on the team, reports, quotes from the coach, all that stuff. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great, great rest of your day. And let's go Jets, baby. Our time is now.